something is changing. And it's not just the weather, the transfer windows, or the fans' mood. There's a quiet movement happening away from the spotlight that could soon directly impact Newcastle United's future. Names are being discussed, decisions made behind closed doors, and one of our own has become the center of conversations involving one of football's most legendary national teams. What lies behind this unexpected absence, and what does it say about the new international landscape? The story goes far beyond a simple call-up. Before we dive deeper, make sure to subscribe to the channel right now. It really helps us keep bringing exclusive, in-depth content like this. Here you'll stay updated on everything Newcastle related with analysis, context, and behind-the-scenes insights few others show. If you're a true fan, your place is with us. Hit that button and join our community today. Back to the story. While the world's eyes were on Carlo Ancelotti's first picks for the Brazilian national team, there was a growing anticipation among Premier League fans, especially Newcastle supporters. It wasn't just curiosity, it was hope. Hope to see one of the Magpies' midfield pillars recognized internationally. But when the list was revealed, his name was missing. Not even a highlighted mention in the headlines, just a silence that spoke volumes for many. For those following Newcastle United closely, Jolanton's absence from Ancelotti's squad was striking, especially after his outstanding season at the club, where he became a key figure in Eddie Howe's setup. However, as revealed by the Italian coach himself in an interview with Sport, there's a clear reason it involves physical factors. Ancelotti chose players who were in good shape, citing Jolanton alongside names like Neymar, Rodrigo and Militao, all sidelined due to injury. Jolanton, the Magpies' number 7, who had been gaining prestige and consistency in the Premier League, was left out of the first call-up of Brazil's new era. Ancelotti confirmed the midfielder was excluded because he is still recovering from a knee injury. Jolanton had been called up previously in March when he was at the peak of his form, but the injury unfortunately derailed his plans to cement his place with the Selecao. The coach was clear. His priority was to take only fully fit players for the June fixtures. The news was confirmed by Sport, which covered Ancelotti's press conference and published a full squad list for the friendlies against Ecuador and Paraguay. It's worth noting that Jolanton is recovering well from his injury and stands a good chance of being 100% fit for Newcastle's preseason. This changes the outlook completely for the coming months. After all, if he shows the football he displayed last season, it'll be nearly impossible to ignore him in future call-ups. September, when Brazil returns to the World Cup qualifiers, could be our number 7's next big opportunity. And you, fan watching this far, have you already subscribed to the channel? We prepare this content carefully to keep you informed with details you won't find just anywhere. Give us a boost, subscribe and hit the notification bell. That way you won't miss a single chapter of the story Newcastle is writing, whether at St. James's Park or behind the scenes with the Brazilian national team. While Jolanton focuses on recovery, another Brazilian from Newcastle's squad remains prominent with the Selecao Bruno Giaccherini. The midfielder was called up and continues to hold a steady place in Ancelotti's plans. Bruno, a regular name in the national team lists, is enjoying a stable, solid phase, reinforcing his importance both for Newcastle and Brazil. His presence also shows how much the Brazilian coaching staff's eyes are on St. James's Park, which could open doors not only for Jolanton but other talents in the squad. Jolanton's absence, though justified by his physical condition, raises important questions about balancing the Premier League schedule and international call-ups. Eddie Howe has been attentive to these details. The manager knows that players with national team potential bring both sporting and commercial benefits to the club, as well as raising the team's technical level. Therefore, the expectation is that Newcastle will continue providing full support so Jolanton can return stronger in the second half of the year. In the meantime, the club is already working behind the scenes to strengthen the squad ahead of next season. And yes, this includes additions for the attacking department, where Jolanton often plays. Among the names being discussed to have stood out, Jonathan Rowe from Norwich and Joe Pedro from Brighton. Both are young, versatile and seen as medium-term investments. If these signings go through, they could bring new dynamics to the team and create healthy competition for places, which will surely raise the level of internal competitiveness. However, the possible arrival of these players should not be seen as a threat to Jolanton's position. On the contrary, it's a clear sign that Newcastle is building a strong squad capable of competing on multiple fronts. The board understands that with the return of European competitions, squad depth and tactical options will be essential. And, of course, having players with national team potential is a strategic part of this ambitious plan. Speaking of planning, are you already subscribed to the channel? Here, we follow every step of this journey with a critical and passionate eye. If you haven't subscribed yet, now is the time. This way, you'll be the first to receive all the behind-the-scenes news, negotiations and moves involving our Newcastle. Don't miss out on staying fully up to date. Back to the present, Jolanton is expected to return to group training in the coming weeks. The club is hopeful he will be fit in time for the early preseason matches. The coaching staff is confident he can regain his best form in record time. which would be crucial for catching Ancelotti's attention before the next round of World Cup qualifiers. After all, the 2026 World Cup is already starting to take shape, and the Magpies' number 7 still dreams big. As Brazil prepares for a new era under Ancelotti's leadership, Jolanton remains committed to his development project with Eddie Howe. The midfielder knows every training session, every match, and every goal counts towards a future where he can wear the national team jersey again. For Newcastle fans, this means not only pride but also reassurance that the club is on the right path, developing world-class players and catching the world's attention. To finish, it's worth remembering Jolanton has already proven what he's capable of. From a questioned striker to a praised midfielder, his journey at Newcastle is one of the most inspiring in recent years, and if it depends on his dedication and the support provided by the club, a return to the Brazilian national team is just a matter of time. So, fans, do you believe in our number 7's comeback? Leave your thoughts in the comments and don't forget, if you've made it this far, congratulations. You are part of the fan base that follows Newcastle United closely and intelligently. See you in the next video.